Okay guys, here it is, the time you've all been waiting for. It's time to go through my eyeshadow palette collection. Okay, well at least I've been waiting for this because this is my favorite part of anyone's collection. And so I thought I would do this in the same style that Naomi from Beauty Dreams with Naomi did on her channel. And I will link her down below. Actually, she just did her whole collection of palettes, which is incredible. I definitely recommend checking it out if you love those types of videos. And she did it like this, where you see the palette up close, she swatches on her hand so you get to see what the colors look like and all that good stuff. And I figured it just seemed fitting to start with a burger palette for my Glamburger eyeshadow collection. So that is what we were doing. So this is what the shadows look like in here. And we will go ahead and swatch a few of these. So this is also going to be a little bit of a declutter, just like my other collection videos have been. If you haven't seen those, I have a playlist that I will link. And apparently I'm going to have a hard time talking. Hopefully that gets better. Sorry. And so that you can check those out. But so I am also decluttering throughout this little adventure, and there will probably be 2 parts of my eyeshadow palette collection. So at the end, I will end up showing you what I decluttered. But yes, so that first palette is the I Heart Revolution Tasty Burger palette is what that one's called. Next up, I have this Living Coral palette, and I believe, okay, You Can Be. It's You Can Be, and this is from Amazon. My cousin Debbie Chan got me this. I also will link her down below. And I took this last summer with me to camp and wore it because I go to church camp for about 2 weeks every year, and I wore this like crazy. So again, it's the You Can Be Living Coral palette. Those are all of the shades. Now I do have another You Can Be palette. This is the only other one I have. This is the My Honey palette, and I love this so much. Look at those shades. Isn't that gorgeous? I think it's supposed to be a dupe for the Naked Honey palette, and that was a palette that I was like just drooling over, and so I am so thankful to have gotten this palette because this palette performs so well. I mean, so well. These shades are so gorgeous on your eyes. Like, I'm not even kidding. So the You Can Be My Honey palette. Again, off of Amazon. This is a Z palette that my cousin Debbie sent to me, and she included some Lele Posh shadows. So I'm going to go ahead and swatch those for you. So again, those are Lele Posh. Naomi's palette collection is beautifully organized by like in alphabetical order. Mine is not, but I think I am going to do that once I'm finished and decide what I'm keeping and what I'm not, because yeah, I just think it's awesome. All right, these are 2 palettes from Classy K Cosmetics. The last ones that I just showed you from Lele Posh are an indie brand, and these are as well. And this shade up here is named Glamburger. And there are actually a few of my friends that you will know from YouTube on here. So I, of course, will swatch my shadow for you. And then right here is Leanne, which is Leanne Soreo. And then down here is Nona. And then in this one, we've got some more shades, and darn it, I don't remember. I don't have, she didn't put the colors on here, So I don't remember for sure. This one might be Rena, and Rena can tell me if I'm wrong because from Boxes and Deals. But I'll go ahead and show you guys. Now lately I have been trying to use some palettes that have kind of been on the chopping block for me. These Makeup Geek palettes happen to be some of them. So I actually wore one of these palettes today. Not that one, I wore this one. And these are palettes that I chose the colors and I put them together. So I'm going to show you some of the shades I have on today. So this one, that looks gross down there. It's only because I, at Halloween, had concealer on a brush that I was dipping in with it. So that is why it looks like that. I just need to wipe it off. But so let's go ahead and swatch a couple of these. Now I'm going to show you my current favorite palettes, and they are all from Gourmand Girls. Oh my gosh, you guys. So the first one I ordered was the Exquisite palette. Looks like this. These are the shades. Oh, I like can't even tell you. Okay, Milky Way is one of my favorite shades ever. I don't know, it just looks so amazing all over the lid. Let's see, what else do I want to show you? Blue Moon for sure, because it's pretty incredible. And I do love Supernova. And then let me show you the blacks in these palettes are incredible. Like you would not even believe. Okay. Look at that. Oh, it's so stunning on the lid. That didn't do very good. Trust me, it's good on the eyes. You have to remember too that I am, you know, using a makeup wipe over and over and over again on my hand. So I'm trying to dry it out. But do you see how good that black is? Ooh, girl. These shadows are so stunning. I'm telling you, the mattes and the shimmer formula of these palettes is just incredible. So that is the Exquisite palette. And I purchased that one. Then when I had ordered the Exquisite palette, Christina, the amazing owner of Gourmand Girls, sent me this Spectra palette. So it looks like this. And I have done videos with all of these. I actually did 3 looks with one palette with this one and the next one that I'm going to show you. But I did do a look with the Exquisite palette too. So check out these shades. Stop it. Wine Tasting is one of my favorite shades, one of my favorite mattes. It's absolutely beautiful. Again, I love Twilight and Teardrop. And I'll give you a little of this guy. Now this does work better on like a white base just to really make it pop, but it's incredible anyway. So if you don't want it to be as intense, then you just wouldn't put it on a white base. So that's Wine Tasting. It is such a gorgeous matte. It's just buttery soft, amazing. Look at Twilight. There is Teardrop. So beautiful. And then here's that matte. Like I said, it's kind of hard to show a swatch of that, but they're so soft. But on a white base, that color is stunning. Let me show you this futuristic too, because it's super fun. Like, look at that. You can build these. You can start out, you know, start out light I recommend if you're not used to playing with color like that, start out light and you can build them. They're amazing. So that is the Gourmand Girls Spectra palette. And then I purchased the Gourmand Girls Sugar Shop palette. So this one I did a 3 looks with 1 palette video with as well. These are the shades. You guys, I can't even begin to tell you. So if you know me, then you know that I am obsessed with orange shadows. Those are my favorite shades to wear. And oh my, which is why the Glamburger shade was orange. This blood orange is like my new favorite orange in any palette. And then this tangerine is a dang close second. They are so beautiful. This lollipop, super fun. I gotta get you a shimmer here. Gotta get you a shimmer. Let's do strawberry shortcake. And what else do we want to do? Let's do marshmallow. Okay. So this is marshmallow. So pretty. Oh, there is blood orange. I mean, on my hand does not do it justice for what it does on the eyes, but you can still see how beautiful of a matte it is. And that's tangerine. Again, on your hand is different because you have hair and things like that. So, but this just gives you an idea of some of these shades. There's lollipop. It's got a little bit of sparkle to it. And then here's strawberry shortcake up here. These are stunning shadows, you guys. If you have not gotten yourselves a Gourmand Girls palette yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. Like, seriously, trust me. Oh, and actually, I do have a code. If you would like to get 10% off your purchase, you can use the code Glamburger. I do not often recommend something really like that heavily, but I really, really love these shadows. I love this company. I love Christina, the owner. She is definitely someone worth supporting, and you will love the product. So it's like a win-win all the way around. So yeah, that was Sugar Shop. Up next are some new palettes to my collection from Moira. I won these in an Instagram giveaway. So Garden of My Mind is the first one here. I'll show you. Filled with super fun, bright color, right? Amazing. I did a look with these palettes. I like combined them. So let's see. Let's go with So Pleasant. So that is Garden of My Mind. And then this one is Pretty Little Thoughts. These are the shadow shades. And this one, not quite as bright, like not neon really, but still some bright colors. And then this has this cloudy, whoops, right here, cloudy, and the whispers that are there too, like shimmer kind of shades. So I will definitely do those two for you. So that's Pretty Little Thoughts. This is a little Illuminati quad that I got from Rena from Boxes and Deals. It's an Enlightened. She sent it to me. We did a like a 12 days of Christmas advent calendar by Christmas time, and this was something that she sent to me. Oh, that feels so soft. And she knows these are my kind of colors. Actually, like the whole thing that she sent me had a bunch of like everything was like color coordinated. It was awesome. Now I have my Maybelline palettes. These actually have survived 2 different declutters, the Lemonade Craze and the Soda Pop. So let me show you Lemonade Craze first. I love this Strawberry Lemonade shade. I love Main Squeeze. As you can see, I use Berry Ice a lot, but that's mostly because it's it's a pretty shade, but I obviously old fashioned, but I don't feel like I need to necessarily swatch those for you because that's not that exciting. And we'll do Ice Pop. And then the Soda Pop palette. This Grape Pop shade gets me every time. If I can get it open, I'll show it to you. There we go. That shade right there. Stunning. I have not found anything else quite like it in my collection. So I've got that one. The Cherry Cola I really like. Soda Fizz. And I use tonic a lot. Next up, I have this Folklore Paris. This is a palette that my friend Clara Barrera sent to me. And I actually took this to camp with me last year too. There's Macaron. Now I've got my Wet n Wild Nautical Nonsense palette that my 2 youngest sons insisted I get when we were in Florida on vacation. And it looks like this. Super fun. I really enjoy these colors. Now these are some similar to that, these ones right here are similar to that Makeup Geek palette I showed you earlier. And so, you know, sometimes I'm like, do I need to keep the Makeup Geek one? Next up, I have 2 Milani palettes. I have the Gilded Getaway that my cousin Debbie got me. And then I have the Milani Gilded Jewel that my amazing friend Christy Pope sent to me. So the Gilded Getaway is so me because, hello, I love camping. And oranges are my favorite. And it has beautiful orangey shades. And greens are my other favorite shade to wear. So I love that shade right there. And Campfire is like an orangey red. Oh, so good. Then here's the Gilded Jewel. Again, beautiful shades. This is a really, really fun color story. So, let's see. I don't think I've done Tiara. Let's try that one. Next up are my Profusion palettes. So I have this one that was part of their Halloween collection last year, Here Lies Hellcat. And it's just kind of a fun, like, tombstone shape. I just think that's fun. And then I really wanted it for this red, this orange, and this yellow. And then we will go ahead and do this. And then I have my 10 pan palettes. I have 7 of them and I love them. This is the very first one I ever got. My cousin Debbie sent it to me. She has sent me so many amazing things, you guys. And woo, this was the first taste of profusion that I had, and I was like, whoa, I like this. So I'm just gonna, they're so soft. Their mitts are so soft. With a white base, they pop. So, but that light one right there, ooh, pretty stuff. Spectrum palette. Next up is Bear. I cannot tell you how many times I've worn this. I grab for it a lot for work when I just do not want to think about what I'm putting on my eyes. Compelling and Brilliance, I both love. I switch between them as which one is going to be my all over lid color. We'll go ahead and do Toasted too. It is pretty, but for some reason I tend to do, when I do an all over my lid, I do an all over shimmer. If I'm not doing 2 colors, I just do a light one. And then Recital I use a lot. My second recommendation, if you're looking for neutrals, would be the Smoky palette. Again, it's just beautiful, no-brainer. Love this bling shade right here. Then we will do Bewitched and Teleport, and Nutmeg is a really pretty matte. Now these next 4 are more colorful of the 10 pan palettes. This is the Emeralds. I love greens. Next to oranges, greens are my favorite to wear. And so, yeah. Radioactive is one of my favorites. Also love Harlequin and Galaxy. And let's see, we'll do Fern. Next up is Rubies. Very fun. I think I've used all of these palettes in videos. I know I have, because I did like kind of a series with Profusion palettes. So you can definitely check that out if you're interested. Here we have Citrine. So it has more of like the orangey and yellow shades. So obviously this appeals to me. And then the last of my Profusion palettes is Royals. So this one has a little more of a variety of color. The other ones are a little more like monochromatic type. And this one gives you a little more color to play with, but not anything super crazy. Okay, before I get into more of these, I know I had said in the beginning like I was going to link different people, but truthfully, I have gotten so many amazing things from so many people, and it would take up like, I mean, it would be obnoxious if I tried to link everyone. So I'm going to mention them, but I'm not necessarily going to link them because I just don't even think I can. Next up, or I did not get these from anyone, but these are the Laura Lee Los Angeles. This is Boss Babe. So it's a little set. It has 2 little drawers and then has the different shadows in it. So again, that was Boss Babe. Then this is the other one in the set. It's Party Animal. And it is these very bright, loud, crazy colors, which are fun in the right circumstances, right? So next up, I have my Morphe Jaclyn Hill Vault palettes. I have 3 of the 4 by choice. I bought, the first one I bought myself was this Dark Magic because I love greens. They go very beautifully together. That did not, that's what I'm saying. That was really the only one in this palette that I had a hard time getting to perform is this Trickery shade. Don't know why, but it just never did. It's just drags and bleh. This next one was gifted to me for Christmas the year that they came out from my amazing friend Leanne Sorreo, and it is the Armed and Gorgeous palette. And I'm not gonna lie, this is my favorite of all of them. It is, oh, it's just so my color story. It's got the oranges and the golds, and it's got that green. Yeah. And then last up, I have Ring the Alarm. My mom actually got me this for Christmas because I specifically asked her for it. She's like, okay, if you want makeup, you have to tell me what you want because I don't know what you have and I don't know what to get you. So I definitely wanted this one because it has more of that fiery kind of tone, obviously Ring the Alarm. But I love shades like this. Next up is one of my first palettes that I bought myself and, you know, got into my collection when I was first really getting into makeup and doing YouTube, and this is the Persona Identity Palette. They market it for being for brown eyes, but you guys, I'm telling you what, you cannot go wrong with this palette. I do not have brown eyes, I have blue eyes, and every time I do a look with this, it looks amazing. And I've had people like comment about what my eyes look like when I'm wearing this, so I'm going to show you some of these because they're awesome. This is the Beauty Bakery Proof is in the Pudding palette. I got this from Kate. She is K8SW on YouTube, and she is my wonderful friend from Scotland. I almost said Sweden. I'm like, nope, Scotland. And so this is a very pretty palette. It's very, just a simple, these are so soft. Just makes me happy. Oh, I just want to play. I just want to put everything on my eyes, but you can't put everything on your eyes all at one time. Oh, problems we have. So that's Proof is in the Pudding by Beauty Bakery. Now this is a Makeup Revolution. This palette is called Affirmation. I got this from Lucy Pert, and I mean, it's been a few years now, but it is the only like truly totally cool tone palette that I have, I do believe. And it is so pretty. I never reach for it, but it's like I like it. It's just one of those things like I just don't reach for. And then I have these two Ciate palettes. I actually won both of these. This one is the Velvet palette that I won from Chronic Lexi. And it looks like this. This one like immediately got kind of a weird, like when you wipe, it's like it was an overspray that goes away or something. I don't know. And then here. Ciate is not, I don't find it to be like a really great brand. Like the formula is not something that is amazing, but it's not horrible either. So, but I think my Profusion palettes are actually better. So that is the Velvet palette. And I do like the feel of the packaging. It's nice. This is the Editor palette. And I got this one I won from Ginny. She's Ginny Survivor on Instagram. And doggone it, why can I not think of her YouTube name? It's her first and last name, and I cannot think of her last name for some reason. I'll pop it up on the screen for you guys though, because yeah, she's super sweet. And yes, I was very excited when I won this from her. That is pretty. Now, one issue I have with the Ciate palettes, so that's beautiful too. They don't last. The colors, like they're pretty initially when you put them on, because that's very pretty, but they do not last. Now that matte like didn't show up pretty much at all. So very pretty initially, but they seem to fade fast. So that's such a bummer because they're very pretty shades. So they need to work on their formula or something, because it's a shame to have such beautiful shades, but they just don't perform great. And like, that's such a bummer. Come on, companies. I don't understand when companies like Profusion can make such a stellar formula and sell a 10-pan palette for under $5, why these companies can't do the same thing. I don't get it, especially when they're charging a lot more. But so yeah, that's the editor palette. And I think we are going to stop there for today. I think that's going to be part 1, because this is taking way longer than I thought it would. And so there's definitely going to be more than 2 parts to my palette collection, because I've just got more palettes than that. So thank you guys so much for watching this first part of my collection. We will be back with part 2. There's definitely going to be a part 3, and there might possibly be a part 4. So we will see. We'll just kind of see what happens there. So let me know what you liked best of what I showed today. What do you think maybe I should get rid of? I'd love to hear. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.